Welcome to the best Star Wars show on YouTube, featuring Justin is Lost, even though he's not really lost, it's just his name. Also featuring the star of our show, a black Jedi. I just fought it. There's nowhere else you'd rather be right now.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Ba 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 ba. No? Okay.
What the heck?
So YouTube thought they could get a black man down. They don't know what I've been through. All my life I had to fight. I'm back like I never left. What's going on, everyone? Look, let me know. I don't know what happened. None of us know what happened to that stream, okay? None of us know what happened. Only YouTube knows. I think it was Kathleen Kennedy. She pushed the red button. She wanted us off the air. But look, we back like we never left. And big shout out to our new member. Someone became a new member before the stream went down. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. But look, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Let's get the stream going back. Let's get Justin back in here. Let's get Renegade. Never been afraid. Ooh, bars. Back in here. How you guys doing, man? I don't know what happened, dude. I'm gonna blame Jay though. He left and everything.
You took the words out of my mouth. Jay left, the stream crashed, and we're all screwed. And by the way, just for the record, it's been 30 minutes since Jay said he would be back in 30 minutes.
I knew he wasn't coming back.
I sent him the new link and everything too, so he ain't gonna have no excuses. He gonna have no excuses.
Where's my bro?
Oh, man, let's go ratio his videos now. Let's play. Shout out to Force
Jay
Alliance.
has been fired from the Dark Council. Damaj and I just called me, and it's done.
Fire that man from his own channel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Force of Light. By the way, I see you in the chat. Thank you for coming through. It's pretty bad. There you go. Look at that. We got. Shout out to the Force of Light lady.
By the way, I was your new member.
Oh, you were the new member.
I was the new member.
Oh. Now I feels weird. Thank you for becoming a new member, my guy. I appreciate you. I see.
You see, everybody can buy your way onto a live stream with only $2. No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh my god, that's great. I love that. Zach Richmond, thank you for the super chat. He says happy birthday to our rebel goddess Gina Carano.
Amen. God
appreciate
bless
you.
her.
We appreciate you. Yeah, Gina, wherever you are, we see you. We appreciate you. But yeah, guys, welcome back to the show. I mean, we already went through the topic, so we're not going to go through that again. We're talking about the Bad Batch. We're talking about Jon Favreau. Let's do this thing.
Well, real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't think Valiant Renegade got a chance to introduce himself. I think it cut
Oh,
off.
yeah, it cut out before you got a chance to. So great. Let the people know what you do, Renegade.
Well, I appreciate that. And if this is not terribly repetitive, because I'm not entirely sure where the last stream got cut off, but I am Valiant Renegade. I have been on YouTube now for about, 10 weeks, although I have been a YouTube fan for quite a while. I decided to jump into the fray just to join the fandom menace to try to save pop culture. Thanks to guys like Justin. Thanks to guys like Black Jedi. Thanks to folks like Echo Base Network, Doomcock, Nerdrotic, Midnight's Edge, all these guys out there that I think probably most folks on this show are big fans of. And I appreciate and I am greatly honored to be here. Thank you so much, Black Jedi. Thank you so much, Justin. I'm just an old guy that grew up loving Star Wars. Trying to do what I can to add a little levity, humor to YouTube, do what I can on that end, and to make some fun and hopefully insightful videos. And apparently Fatal J is desperately in love with the sound of my voice. And I can't wait till he gets back in here tonight. And probably with that statement, Fatal J has left the building and will not be coming back on tonight.
Yeah,
I am so screwed for the next Dark Council live stream. But no, guys like, Geeks and Gamers and Drunk 3PO specifically is what led me to the Dark Council, is what led me to you guys. And I have tremendous respect and appreciation for everything you do. You guys do great work. It's fun to watch. And, this is the thing that all of fandom should appreciate, is that when folks get together, on places like this, YouTube, which should be a free speech platform, which that's another debate.
Yeah.
But we can get together on a free speech platform like this and just have a fun conversation about the stuff we love. And this is what makes it all worthwhile. And again, thank you guys for allowing me onto your show. It's a great honor and a great pleasure, and I'm humbled by it. So fire away, get the show.
We appreciate you coming, and it's always good. Like, any of you in the chat, I encourage everyone, if you have something to say, make a YouTube channel. It's always good to add voices into the space. Like, even if you're on the total opposite side from us, just add your voice into it. Like, let it be known what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And you said it's your honor, but the honor is all mine. I'm so glad that you're here on the show. And let's do this thing. I'm gonna drop his link in the chat. Drop it in the chat. All right.
I'm probably older than both of you guys combined, but that's neither here nor there. So
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna. Well, I don't mind giving out my age, but I'm probably a lot young. I'm probably a lot older than I look into you.
I'm 42 this year.
Oh well, yeah. You're older than me, but
well, no shit. That much.
But I mean, yeah, I'll be 28 in August, so
there you go.
I know I don't look it, but yeah, I got a baby face. I know it's okay.
You do.
But anyway, everyone, welcome. We got another new member. You don't say. You know what that means, right? That means we got.
Oh, Mythron. Oh, I know him.
You know
He's
him,
a good buddy. Oh, absolutely. He's a brother over from Echo Base Network. Welcome on.
We see you. We salute you. And
he
now,
might be here because of me. Do I get credit for this?
I don't know. If he says he's here because of you, then we'll think about giving you credit. But
You get commission?
now, no commission.
No commission. Just say, yeah, no. I'm go ahead.
Boba's gonna shake it one time just to show you how much we appreciate your support. Thank you for becoming a new member. It means a lot. It does help the channel. It does support the channel.
Where is that video? That looks like Disney World. Is that a Disney World video?
Disney.
Really?
Yeah, he came out there. It's the video's on YouTube. You can find it. Like, he comes out there, and I think there's like a Darth Vader, and then he just starts breaking it down. Of course, he starts dancing. But anyway, welcome to the stream. Let's talk about the Bad Batch. Okay, the Bad Batch is coming on May 4th, and I gotta do a shameless plug right here. I do have May the 4th Be With You t-shirts. They are in the shop right now, and I'm thinking, right? You with me? You with me here? I'm thinking you would look good in a May the 4th Be With You t-shirt when the Bad Batch comes out. I mean, just see this if you could. Bad Batch is out, right? It's May the 4th, right? And you got a May the 4th Be With You t-shirt on. It's got Grogu on it too. You know you want it. You know you want it. I know this is getting a little weird, but you know you want it. Go on over there to the shop, pick you up a May the 4th Be With You t-shirt. Helps the channel. And you get to look fresh, baby. Who doesn't like to look fresh? You know what I'm saying? Yo, Justin, you like a guy who likes to look fresh. You like to look fresh?
He's out, but I'll do it.
Yo, Valiant, look at Valiant. Look at this guy. He looks fresh right there. Look at that beard, the hat. He's got it all figured out, my guy.
I know what you want. What you want is a new T-shirt.
Oh,
you
yeah.
want it. What you want is a T-shirt for the Bad Batch from a Black Jedi. You get over to that Teespring store right now and you get yourself a new T-shirt because I'm going to do that while I'm on this stream right now.
Whoa.
You get into it and you go do it.
Dude, you gotta use that. You gotta use that clip. For, like, in your
Whoa,
video.
that is clipped forever. All right. Just so you know. The internet lives forever, and so does that clip now.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to endorse. I'm gonna have to get this guy to do like all my voiceover work. In a world of black
In
Jedis.
a world of Black Jedis. Yeah, there we go.
I love it. I love
We
it.
can do that. We can do this off stream. In a world of Black Jedis.
Oh, I
where
love it, man.
Finn didn't get fucked.
I love it. Yo, this guy's voice is amazing.
Oh God.
Oh man. So chat, we need to know right now, okay? After you get back from getting your t-shirts, we need to know, are you excited about the Bad Batch? While you guys are dropping that down in the chat, let us know if you're excited or not. If while you're dropping that down in the chat, look, I did something. I made a little mistake, guys. Something I shouldn't have done. I made a little poll. Did you see that? Did you see that poll? Did either of you see that poll?
Yeah, we're talking about. Are you excited about the Bad Batch?
No, not that. I did something else. So I promised the stream that if I make $500, which I doubt happens, if I make $500 in super chats tonight, that I will shave my head live on stream.
I'll cut my head off on live stream if we make $500.
I will no longer be a black Jedi. I'll be a bald Jedi. As the B will stand for bald.
Okay, so I was gonna ask, is like, because I didn't know if that was hair or if that was like a
well, this,
a Roman fucking Russian hat on your head. I'm like, are you gonna shave the hat off? What is that?
This, the hair on my head. I actually need a haircut in general, but no, I'm gonna go completely bald. All right.
Okay, so that I knew there was a hat on top. I'm like, there's no way that's hair. That's
no,
Russian.
No,
that is the most Russian-looking hair on a black guy I've ever seen in my life.
Welcome to Mother Russia. Here on the Black Jedi channel, we talking about Star Wars.
Oh God, that was good.
No, I don't know about that.
But
all right, it looks like somebody's here. I can't believe he came back.
That was funny, bro, when you just said, welcome to Mother Russia.
Welcome to Mother Russia.
You know what he got on his head, my friend. Renegade, you know what he got on his head? He got a
King of the Wild White Men. Okay, so
they're showing their age, guys. They're showing their age on stream.
Fatal J is the only guy I know that has a fucking mic on YouTube that's like, okay, well, here I go. Let me get on my couch.
I don't want to stand.
I'm going to pull it out. I don't want to stand on here. I'm like,
okay, you want to know my secret?
He needs to be free.
I need to be free to get up to the kitchen. Okay, you see how big I am? I don't want no stick or holder to be in my way. I just want to just put this mic down and go to the kitchen and get something to drink or something to eat.
Look, okay? I can't hate.
I hear you, but look, this is why I keep the fucking bourbon right here next to me. And so I don't have to go to the kitchen, Jay. But
well,
I do all the cooking in my house. But
with
I'm
this
just an old
fit, athletic body of mine, I need to make sure I have.
Now, wait a minute. There was 2 words in that sentence. One of them was correct. One of them was shit. I'll let you pick. Was it thick or athletic? I don't know which one.
I said fit, sir. Now, everybody has a different perception of what they look like or what other people think they look like. I am beautiful, athletic, and fit, sir. Thank you very much. When I take this shirt off,
Don't, please.
If I take this shirt off, you're gonna see so many guns that you might.
Look.
You're not ready for this, sir. You're not ready for this ammunition, okay? Yeah, you ain't ready,
Talking
sir.
to a guy who lives every day on YouTube wearing a Sig Sauer hat. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 6 hour. 6 hour. I got you, my friend. I understand.
For everybody out in the chat, I love Fatal J. He's been a good friend. He's a great guy, and we love having this kind of dialogue together.
Yes,
It's
sir.
just funny. So yeah, thank you for being here tonight.
Blow me up, sir. I got something special for him.
I'm cutting Fatal J some shit, but I'm glad he's here tonight.
Fly most anywhere. Take a look. It's in a book.
What have I done?
Reading rainbow.
All right.
Where's your Jordy LaForge visors at this point with singing that stuff?
Let's get to the super chat. All right. Appreciate you, Bobby, for the $5. He says you don't have to shave it bald. Rock a Padawan cut. I kind of already promised I'd shave it bald. Oh man, that's not gonna be a good look. But anyway, thank you.
You just wear the hat all the time, dude. Perfect excuse to wear the hat all the time.
Yeah, it would be a perfect excuse. But what? I can't just wear it when I go out the house or wear it summertime.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You rock that so good, I want one. I'm not gonna even lie. But I'm gonna wear it everywhere at work.
You get fired.
I'm gonna wear it at church. To the point they gonna think that thing is surgically attached to my skull. I want that, sir.
The group was like, what? You know what? I'm gonna mail you one, Jay. I'm gonna get you one.
No, for your Teespring, do the signature ABJ Raccoon Davy Crockett heads.
That's a great idea. I don't know if Teespring has it.
Yeah, I don't think
Bro,
they
you
do.
will
That
be
is,
a millionaire in like a month selling
Yeah.
those.
that is a great idea.
Or do like a
It is.
lightsaber on the side or something.
Oh, that's a great
I'm going to play
idea.
mod for a second. We've got 32 watching right now. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you guys for supporting a Black Jedi and these other goobers, including myself. They're in here.
Wow,
Please,
whoa.
please hit that like
If
button,
you close
guys.
your eyes, he sound like he on the radio. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Please hit that like button. I know Fatal J masturbates my voice almost every night, but I need you to hit that like
No, I
button
don't,
right
sir. No, I don't. That's what you wish I did, sir. I
Okay,
don't
I'm gonna
do that.
chalk that one up because that's what Drunk 3PO told me, and I'm okay, Jay. I'm sorry.
Oh my
You
goodness.
drunk talking about
No, but hit-
masturbating.
Everybody hit that like button, share it out on Twitter right now, share it out on Facebook, help these guys out. They're doing me a favor. Guys like Fatal J, Black Jedi, Justin is lost. They're doing me a favor, bringing me on here. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just an idiot, but they're
What?
bringing me on their channel. So
Hey.
send them out on the other social media. Share this stream, guys.
You can't be an idiot because I let you on my show. That makes me an idiot. No.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I retract everything I just said just a moment ago. Just no.
If there's his link, once again, people go check him out. He makes really good Star Wars content. And the thing I like about his content the most is that, you know, I wouldn't say it's considered long form because he doesn't go for like an hour or 2 hours, but you know, it's like he just sits down with you, he has a conversation with you, and you can tell it's just like one Star Wars fan talking to another one. That's how it feels, even though he's talking to more than just us. But you know what I mean? It feels great. And I really like what you do over there.
Hey, what about me? Can you say something nice about my channel real quick?
No.
He's got nice teeth. Thank you to the Machete Order for the $10 holla.
Woo,
appreciate
machete.
We appreciate you. He says, what I want to see at the next celebration is Jon Favreau displaying the posters of the sequel trilogy on the big screen, being flushed, announcing Lucas's sequels. That's way too good to be true, but look,
That's too good to be true.
it would be hilarious.
Can y'all imagine if they had a Star Wars celebration this year and like
No.
Kathleen Kennedy went out on stage? What would happen?
That's
Should we
why
get-
there's not one this year.
They'll
Be
throw
rocks
tomatoes
thrown
on
at
the
her.
stage, and they'll be asking everybody, "Where did you get these tomatoes from?" Come on, man.
That was the news today, and not trying to dump on my own channel here, but I mean, that's why I made the video I did this morning. I've been sitting on for a week, and it just so happened that Doomcock hit with his video about an hour later. I think there's a lot going on right now, guys. Just cutting all the comedy out. I think there's a lot happening right now, and I think it's a perfect segue into Black Jedi, Fatal J. You guys go off and tell me what y'all think, but there's a lot of shit happening right now.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Lucasfilm.
You were trying to be serious. I zoomed in on Jay drooling.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, I was trying to be serious. Let me be Jay for a second.
But no, I agree with you. Like the fact that we're
He
hearing,
looked like he was about to like light up a running back. He's like a linebacker about to.
With this whole suave body.
that fit body.
That fit body.
Yeah, I agree with you though, Renegade. I mean, like with the stuff I've been hearing, with all the leaks that like continue to drop about Kathleen being in trouble. I mean, it just gets to the point where some of it's got to be true. You would imagine. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be, but I feel that it is. I feel like something's happening behind the scenes of Lucasfilm, and I hope it's for the for the good and for the better.
There's
of the company.
no way, no how Star Wars should be losing to any franchise out there. Shouldn't be Marvel, shouldn't be DC. It is the creme de la creme of geekdom when it comes to movies. You know what I mean?
Amen.
You are
Jake.
spitting straight facts.
When you looked at the last, I forgot the last sequel trilogy movie that came out. What's the name of it again?
The Rise of Who Gives a Fuck?
Okay, The Rise of Skywalker. It's no reason, no way, no how that The Rise of Skywalker shouldn't hit $1 trillion in the box office.
Yeah,
exactly.
But nobody cared about it though.
So in all seriousness, exactly what Fatal J just said. He brought up the most poignant element of this whole Kathleen Kennedy saga is that in the same year that Avengers Endgame struck the box office with $2.7 billion of gross revenues, the Rise of Palpatine fucking limped over the crossing line with $1 billion after several months. And it was the 7th highest grossing film of the year. And Disney on their investor call wanted to say how great it was because it grossed $1 billion. But the fact of the matter is, when you put it into financial perspective, and for those of you out there that don't know me, I've been in the business world. Yeah, I've been in the business world 20 years. I've been in the financial world for 20 years. That was a poop show. Okay. I'm trying to control my tongue at this point, but that was a poop show. And that if I was the sitting CEO of Disney at that point, seeing that the most valuable, the most sought after, the most, revered financial intellectual property of 40 years at that point had come in 7th place in its culmination film of the entire franchise, I would have been pissed off. Now, Bob Chapek is a cheap son of a bitch. But he's also, Bob Chapstick. He's also a very business-minded bitch. And the fact of the matter is that if that is what Disney
Bob
is
Chapek to do this over Bob Iger?
The
Okay, so
new
Bob,
CEO,
he's the new CEO. So Bob Iger has been the Disney CEO and chairman for the last, let's call it, decade, Jay.
Yeah.
And then Chapek, who was formerly the CEO of the theme parks. He was Bob Iger's handpicked successor.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Chapek is now the CEO of Disney. Now, Iger is still the chairman of the board until the end of this year. He has announced his retirement from even the chairmanship coming out of this year. And I want everybody, and again, as a 20-year guy in the financial industry, I want everyone to understand this. The ultimate business, bosses of Disney are the investors. They're the guys who run Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street mutual funds. These guys own over 20% of outstanding voting shares of the Walt Disney Company. And I can promise you These
Man,
guys.
sound like you got some stock in Disney, sir. You got that? You let me know. Let me send your boy some
I just
shares.
kind of hinted at you. I've been a stockbroker and a financial planner.
Well,
for
send your boy some shares because you know money is kind of low right now.
But he got
You know?
that Doge. He got that Doge coin.
No, don't do that stuff. But look, here's the thing is that these guys do not like seeing valuable intellectual properties like Lucasfilm, like Star Wars, go to waste. And that's the bottom line. All my joking aside, this is where it comes in. And this is where I've done videos for the last 2 months to do a shameless plug.
I'm about to say
talk
shameless
about-
plug like a mother freaker.
Shameless plug, Jay. What the hell are you here for? Shameless plug. Shut up.
I'm just here because I look goofy and I wanted to make people laugh, and it seemed like it's working. Because I could literally just look at the
working,
camera
'cause I gotta
and
do
people
this
start
with my
laughing.
microphone.
Watch this. People start laughing. I can make people laugh just.
I know. Everybody, we love Fatal J, and that is a face you can laugh at
I
forever.
just like
Well,
making
anyway.
people laugh.
That's why his wife said I
Matter of
married
fact-
him, because that's a face you can laugh
Matter of
at.
fact, I'm gonna do the entire stream just like this. Go ahead, keep talking, sir.
Can you
Keep
do
talking,
the Chris?
sir.
Wait, Jay, can you do the Chris Tucker shit from Fifth Element, please?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna even change my voice. Keep talking, sir.
Okay.
Well, before we get into whatever we're getting into, let me say
So
shout
the
out to Daryl.
The bottom line is this, and I'll kind of cut out and let it go back to the crew. But
talk all
look,
over my super chat. That's all right.
Disney is a for-profit company, and they have to get back to that. They know this. Kathleen Kennedy is on her way out the door. That's what all these rumors and things are going at right now. That's what all this is about. This is about her trying to get out of Disney with as much money as she can. That's the bottom line. But gentlemen, go ahead. I know you got.
I can't.
I don't know what this shame is now. All right, Daryl. Thank you for $5. Daryl and Daryl, thank you. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Rise of Skywalker was a cinematic suppository. You know, I'd have to agree with you. I'd have to agree with you. That was
Yes, it was. Fatal J shoved that movie on his ass. I don't.
What are you talking about, man?
What is, y'all are wild tonight, man.
A cinematic suppository?
Jay,
Shove that movie up their ass.
Look
Jay,
at little
we're gonna talk
renegade.
about-
Little renegade.
Yeah,
Want to see what's
Renegade's
going?
here.
Little renegade.
Little renegade. What's up, man?
Yeah, little renegade.
Say hi.
Hello. Support me for my own YouTube channel. For the
Oh,
love
here
of
we go.
God, please. Please.
Wait, what did he
please.
say? I don't know what he said.
He's turning 10 next month, and he's desperate to start his own YouTube channel. So he's like, support my own YouTube channel. So
Hey, yeah,
that's
look,
where
if he starts it, we'll support
I'm
it, man.
subscribing as soon as he make one.
Yeah,
there we go. All right, guys, I appreciate it.
I'll be the first like.
So yeah, Rise of Skywalker being shoved up somebody's ass is a suppository. Discuss. Go ahead. Yeah.
I
I
don't know what to say to that.
I don't know either.
I don't have much to
I-
say about that, but I do agree 100% that maybe, okay, a lot of people argue the fact that all the movies made over $1 billion, and that's a financial success in the Disney higher-ups' eyes. Whatever. You could argue that. It doesn't make much sense to me, but you can argue that. But then after The Mandalorian comes out and they see how loved The Mandalorian is, how replayed that last episode of season 2 was, they have to realize people aren't tired of Star Wars, because you could have made that argument that maybe it's been gone for so long, it's coming back. The first movie did pretty good, but then people, like, the excitement died out. Second two movies didn't do as well. Maybe that was the case. But now that The Mandalorian's out and everyone's replaying that episode over and over again, everyone talking about it on Twitter, it broke the internet. Baby Yoda broke the internet. Luke Skywalker broke the internet. They have to know now. Like, they have to know now that something is going wrong with these movies and that they could be making so much money if they made some changes. They have to know.
Yeah, I mean, they made $1 billion on Rise of Skywalker, but like, if the movie was good, imagine they make $2 billion. I mean,
But what it was though, they thought we was dumb freakers, and they thought just because the Star Wars name is there, we was going to gobble it up and just say, "Hey, this is another great Star Wars movie." It don't work like that.
Exactly. Fatal.
Star Wars
You
don't
got
work
it.
like that when you put these freaking stupid agendas up in there. The Force is female. I'm still trying to figure out to this day, what do that mean? What do that mean? The Force is female. Do you guys know?
It means that
I think I might have
know.
figured it out, but I'm not sure.
elaborate.
Break
The
it down.
Force is female is Kathleen Kennedy taking herself and injecting her own psychology into Star Wars. Rey Skywalker, Rey Palpatine, let's be honest, Rey Palpatine is her proxy. That's Kathy's proxy. She is the most undeserving, most ridiculous figure in Hollywood in the history of the world. She hasn't earned anything. She hasn't done anything on her own. What pisses people like Kathleen Kennedy off,
Tell them how you really feel.
is people like Gina Carano. Women who have actually earned their way in life pisses people like Kathleen Kennedy off, who is, and I don't try to get political on YouTube, and I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone out there who might not like this statement.
Oh, maybe I
but
should blow them up.
Okay. Kathleen Kennedy is the Hillary Clinton of Hollywood. I mean, she married a man to get where she is right now. That's where she's at. And
Come on, man. I don't feel like getting up right now.
But here's the thing. But this goes into why Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like women like Gina Carano, who have made their own way, who have earned where they are. And Kathleen Kennedy is where she's at now because she hooked up with the right guy. If anybody could actually make an argument that if she had not married Frank Marshall, that she'd still be where she is now, because I don't think there's a day that goes by that George Lucas does not regret his decision to pass the torch to her when it went to Disney. When he felt like, okay, this is the best shot I have, I'm going to give it to Kathy. He's pissed. The man didn't even go to the freaking premiere.
Well, did you hear that? Did you see that video?
Skywalker.
Did you see that video when he was basically saying that wasn't his Star Wars?
Yeah.
When his wife
Yes.
was doing that interview?
You mean the one he did with the middle school?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's he and he's been hinting at that for years, and that's my point, is that it's all fallen apart, and that the fandom is behind him on that. Is that we have somebody who's in charge at present of Star Wars that nobody seems to like, that nobody has any respect for, and it's not because she's not necessarily capable of doing a good job. And I'm not trying to denigrate, at all women in this position. There's plenty of fantastically talented women in business and CEOs. I work with tons of them. They're clients of mine. But when you have folks go out there that just basically ride the backs of other people, whether they're men or women or whomever, it doesn't matter. This is what you get. And they have no respect for the product. And Kathleen Kennedy and her ilk just see Star Wars as a means to an end. They're using it as a product to push political agenda, and that's what's so sad. And that's what I think they're just now starting to realize. This is what the fandom is so pissed off about.
Yeah,
we don't want politics injected in Star Wars. The only politics that should be in Star Wars is like rebellion and versus the Empire.
Right.
That's it.
Like in the prequels. That's the only political stuff I want in there.
Exactly.
Bingo.
Make-believe political stuff.
And now you see why I have Renegade on the channel, right? You see why I dropped his link? Because he be preaching.
Never been afraid to say what's on his mind at
He's
any given time of day. He is a renegade.
Renegade.
Hey, shout
And
out to Echo Base.
it's totally cool if people disagree with me. I'm good with that. I enjoy the conversation. I will never disrespect another person's opinion. I really won't. I will challenge you. I will have a conversation with you. But if somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, I love Rey and I love Kylo and all this," I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me why. I don't. But if that's what you like, that's totally cool.
Nothing but a heart.
Tell me why.
Yeah, exactly. Like Fatal J loves Fatal J.
I don't ever wanna hear you say.
Don't want to hear you
I
say.
want
Jesus
it
That
that way.
way.
Yo.
Fatal J loves the sequel trilogies, right? So
No,
it's
but
like
I will say this though. I will say this though.
No,
The sequel trilogies could have been so much doper off of something so simple. If Kylo Ren never took his mask off.
he got you on a hook.
If Kylo Ren never
so
took
that's
his
what
mask
DJ.
off through the entire sequel trilogy,
I'd agree with that, dude.
it
I'd
would have
totally
made it
agree with
an inch more likable. Not much, but an inch more because he would have been an unpredictable villain. I always say that if he gonna play the Darth Vader role, let him be Darth Vader all the way through. Don't take his mask off, because then when he took his mask off, he was a freaking weakling geek.
That's just it. He emoed himself, right?
Yeah.
Because that was the whole great thing
Bro,
about
when I seen him
Vader.
freeze that blaster bolt, I was like, oh snap,
Yeah.
I'm in store for a dope movie.
Yeah.
How much of
right,
this,
right.
and I've said this since the beginning, how much of us, and I'm asking everybody in the chat, go ahead and tell me what you think in the chat. How many of us out there, when we saw the first trailers for The Force Awakens, when we saw that first pop-up of John Boyega, popping up like in a stormtrooper uniform, and all the hints were dropping like, oh my God, this dude is defecting from the Empire. How many of us thought this dude is defecting from the Empire? Oh my God, we're going to have an effing stormtrooper that is going to be a Jedi. How many of
That's
us
what I thought.
freaked out? I was all like, oh, do it. Do it. I was all in John Boyega's quarter. And then they turned him into a cuck. I'm like, what? I was so pissed off when The Last Jedi came out. But that's the point, is that they so screwed this up. They set everything up so well. They gave us all of this to like get behind, and then blew it to pieces. And it's irritating. It's beyond irritating.
They pissed
So
right in our cereal.
Yeah.
Right
Yo,
in the
somebody in the chat said you missed their super chat, by the way.
Yeah, I'm about to get to there's 2 super chats I want to get to really quickly. Shout out to Bobby World for the $5 holla.
Hey, that used to be a dope cartoon. You guys ever watch that?
No, no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I keep forgetting y'all the younger group though.
He says, has anyone heard from KK since the Oscars? I have not heard anything about Kathleen, like actually from Kathleen since the Oscars. She's in hiding, man.
She in hiding because what was that one thing she did and people started booing? Remember that?
They started booing?
Yeah, they started booing. It was
I don't know. I
it
never
was some
heard
kind of
that.
interview she did in front of everybody, and they cut the booing now. I can't believe y'all don't remember that.
I haven't
Chat,
heard
y'all
about that.
No,
I
never
don't
saw
remember that.
If that happened, then that's hilarious. I need to make a
Dude,
video about
post
it.
that, Jay.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
see
don't
if the
Remember
chat
that at
knows.
all.
The chat. I'm gonna see if the-
While the chat's answering that, another shout out to the Machete Order. Thank you so much for the $5 holla. He says, guys, 1 billion at the box office is not that big of an achievement. 10 years ago it would have been, but ticket prices rise every
I think it's a
year.
pretty big achievement. It's just not for a Star Wars movie, and not really for a Marvel movie either anymore. But
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, look, a Star Wars movie has the potential to do numbers like no one's ever seen. If a movie, I don't think this will ever happen, but if a Star Wars movie comes out and it is on par with something from the original trilogy, if it's on par with I don't think we'll ever get another New Hope or Empire. But let's just say they somehow did that. They made a movie and you're just like, that feeling you got? Me and Justin talk about this all the time. That feeling, that you could feel it in your jellies when you watch, A New Hope, when you watch Empire. It's
the
just something about it.
only way they can bring Star Wars truly back is do a reboot of the episode 7 and have Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker and make him the main star of the entire movie. Because let's
We're
be
screwed,
honest.
Jay.
I'm half into that.
But
I'm
let's
half into that.
Let's be honest. The only reason why we watched Force Awakens because we was waiting for Luke.
Yes.
That was the only reason.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The whole time in the theater, I was like, "Where Luke at?"
Yeah.
couldn't we just
Yeah.
give Mark Hamill though? He could play Luke in a rebooted 7.
I'm gonna put it like this though, and nothing against Mark Hamill because he is the greatest of all time. But we need somebody younger and with a little bit more star power, like Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, but I feel like Stan's a little too young though to play Luke in
That's
7.
perfect though, because you can get a lot more Luke out of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Depends-
you
exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to do
Jay's
the
right.
time
It
jump.
depends
You
on
can
how
only
you
do like
set it
5
up.
years.
That's true. If they do a different time period, that's very true. We could get a younger Luke.
It
I mean, I'd
depends
love
on
to
how
see
they. It depends on how they set it up. I would love to see, and I think that's where this Ahsoka show is going. And I've been talking about this for months. Is that the Ahsoka show that is going into production later this year? And I don't think it's an accident that the start date for the principal photography and production of Ahsoka is probably going to be late this year, from what we know, because Jon Favreau does not want to shoot the show while KK is still there, and her contract is up October 30th. There has been no news coming out that her contract as of yet is going to be renewed, and I don't think it will be. I think that's what all of this Indiana Jones 5 shit going on is about. I think that's what all this Reddit rumor is going on. You know, I think that's what all that is about. I think this is the finalization of the negotiation of a retirement contract, because Ahsoka is going to set up that world between worlds stuff. Ahsoka is going to set up that new Star Wars timeline that is going to bring in Fatal J, that Sebastian Stan Luke Skywalker. And and as much as people hemmed and hawed about the de-aging of Mark Hamill in the last episode of The Mandalorian, and they said, oh, well, it could have looked better. Oh, well, it could have looked this and that. I get all that. And I know that we could have all plugged in the Unreal Engine 5 in there to make him, to make that Luke Skywalker look better. But I will say this, and I hope everybody understands in the chat what I'm about to say, that disagreed with that decision. After all of the disrespect that Mark Hamill was given by Kathy Kennedy,
Preach it.
when it came to The Last Jedi, let me tell you what. The name of that final episode, The Rescue, was not just about rescuing Grogu. That was about rescuing. That was about rescuing the Star Wars fandom.
He just went there.
It was also about rescuing the persona and the love of Mark Hamill, and bringing him in and de-aging him instead of doing a false plug-in or doing a deep fake or something like that. No. Guys and girls, it had to be Mark Hamill on that set, because that was the resurrection of Luke Skywalker.
And that part right there was better than the entire sequel trilogy. That one
Goddamn
scene.
right. And let me tell you what, Jay, you're right on the money, because those 10 minutes resurrected the Star Wars fandom. The
Renegade.
faithful.
My
The
heart was pumping
faithful.
so hard for one split second. I thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah. Let me tell you what.
I farted at least 5 times.
I was up at 3 o'clock that morning. I couldn't sleep. And I'll tell you this story.
Wait a second. Yo, Jay, tell us how were you?
Bro, I thought I was having a heart attack watching that. My heart was beating fast. I don't know, man. I was just looking like, man, is that him? Is that him? I started grabbing my shirt. Man, I was going crazy, man.
I farted at least 5 times during that scene.
Bro, I farted and boo-booed on myself when I saw Luke. Luke show up.
I can believe it.
And just like Renegade said, even though the CGI wasn't on point, it didn't matter, because that moment is what every Star Wars fan needed, bro. We needed that.
That was the catharsis, not only for the fans, but for Mark Hamill.
Shout out to a new member.
That was
we got a member in the chat.
Indeed.
Comic book. Oh, I actually thought you already were a member. I saw you became a member before. Is this another
He probably said you were so dope he had to unsubscribe and then subscribe back. That's how dope you was, bro.
Yo, I appreciate you, comic book and video game. 2 things that I enjoy myself. Shout out to you. And you know what we gotta do, right? you know what we got to do? Boba got to shake. Oh, Boba's shaking it round and around. Oh man. Yo, so thank you. I appreciate you. I didn't mean to cut you other folks off, but we got to show the respect to the
No, it's all good.
Cool.
I was gonna, whenever I was watching that, and I 100% understand the complaints about the Luke Skywalker DH. Like, it didn't look that good, but like you said, there was reasons for it other than the look. But one thing I want to say is that when I was watching the show, when I was in the moment, when I knew it was Luke before the face reveal, obviously. But when I saw the face, I was like, "Ooh, that's bad." Like, split second, I was like, "Ooh, that's bad." But then I was like right back in the moment. I was like, "That's Luke Skywalker on the screen." Like, I don't care how bad it looks. I just didn't care.
For a split second, I was just like you. I said, "Dang, that look deep fake can do better than that."
Yeah.
But I got back into it because that's what we needed. That Luke Skywalker right there.
Yeah.
I didn't have the same reaction.
Not the one who died on that rock. Not the one who and did the Force hologram. I still don't understand that.
I think what you all are saying is just a great example of, you know, we value storytelling and how stories make us feel over effects, right? I mean, I'm sure you've seen the old movies. There's stuff in those movies that don't look as good as they can do now, but it doesn't pull you out of it because it's such a good movie. You're connecting to the characters.
You said it exactly right. Do you want a super dope classic story, or do you want super dope visuals and a bad story? You're gonna pick the super dope story with the bad CGI in it.
If you want the super dope visuals and a shit story, then hire J.J. Abrams. Oh, wait. Warner Brothers just did that. No, but to everything that Fatal J and Justin just said is correct. And I'm going to tell you, and again, because I think I'm older than you guys on here, that one of the first movies I can remember seeing with my father was Return of the Jedi in '83. I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. And,
I wasn't even born, bro. You old.
I know. That's what I just said. So, no, but
I'm just messing with you, man.
I know. It's all cool, brother. So no, what I think with all this, I remember sitting there that morning, and I couldn't sleep, and I knew, I was trying to keep myself awake late that night because I'm like, okay, the final episode of Bando season 2 is coming out. I fell asleep, and then I woke up probably around 3 a.m. And I realized, oh my God, what time it was. And I went into my office, and
it's Mando time.
Yeah, it's Mando time. Got a big system in here. And my daughter came down at the end of that episode. She was screaming at me. She's like, I got school in the morning. I'm like, you don't understand what just happened here. Because I was like crying like a baby. But I remember watching that episode. And this was before I got on YouTube, obviously. And I can tell you that my sentiments, and I can still feel them now, they were the same that, Theory felt. And when I saw his video the next day, I cried again with him. And I'm not afraid to admit that. And, as an old Star Wars guy and a fan with 3 kids, I remember watching that episode. And when that scene was happening, and I'd known since the 5th episode when Grogu was up on that rock communicating with a Jedi, I said, I know Jon Favreau. I'm a huge fan of his. I've studied his work. I know how he thinks. And I think this is going to Luke. And then in that final episode, when that X-Wing flew in, I looked at that and I said,
you better make me tear up, man. Chill out.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, it's Red 5. It's Red 5. I knew as soon as it flew in the screen, that's X5. I mean, that's Red 5. And I saw that X-Wing when it parked in the dock, and it had that black and white shot, and I saw a dome of an R2 unit in the back of that X-Wing.
What a moment, man.
And then as Jon Favreau so masterfully crafted that scene to the slow reveal to where we saw the black cloak walking down the hall, and I remember screaming. And this is at 4 a.m. in my house with a wife and 3 kids who are all asleep, and I'm screaming, holy shit, that's Luke! I swear I knew it. And I saw him go down that hall, and I saw the brand of that lightsaber in the black and white hallway. I saw it go out, and I saw him cutting down, and I said, I swear to God, if that's a green saber, I swear to God, I'm going to lose my shit. The next cut shot, the green saber, the Return of the Jedi hilt, him cutting down those dark troopers. And it's just, I started crying. And I mean, that was how I experienced it. And I still, to this day, if I watch it again, I'd cry all over again, because that's what guys like Favreau and Filoni can do for the Star Wars universe. This is what Disney has, I think, recognized that Kennedy can't do. And that's why they're negotiating her way out the door right now, because this is what, in Kennedy's words, she didn't want to make Galaxy's Edge and Star Wars for us old farts, us 40 and 50-year-olds anymore. No, she didn't want to make it for the guys who still have the money and are willing to spend. But when Favreau comes out and cuts a scene in 10 minutes that can cut guys like me to the floor,
it's powerful,
that Kennedy couldn't do in 3 fucking movies over 4 years.
That's the difference. Something, Renegade?
Sorry.
No.
Oh, dude, that was amazing.
It's powerful. Yeah, man. That's what I was going to say. Sitting here and watching you and listening to you, and how it affects you. It just goes to show, because me and Justin, we're younger. You're what, 22, Justin?
Yeah.
I'm 27. And, you're older than us. You're 42. You remember seeing the Return of the Jedi in theaters. I mean, for me, the prequels were my first movie. First Star Wars movie I saw in a theater was Attack of the Clones, right? So the fact, though, that even though we're separated by those, by time, Star Wars is what brings us together, if we were to meet in person, I'm sure you're a great guy and everything, but if, I don't know you, you don't know me, but if we both are Star Wars fans, we connect so heavily over that. And I think, like you said, that is what has been missing from this. What is there to connect with over the sequels, right? Where are those moments that make you be like, wow, this is unbelievable? Because Star Wars should, in my opinion, it should move past, I'm at a loss for words here, but it shouldn't be bound by time, right? Because when the originals came out, I wasn't even born. But they were the first Star Wars movies I ever saw, and I felt something watching them, right? And like I said, it kind of just it's past any time, because there's no way. Put it this way: our kids, when they see those movies, hopefully they'll feel the same way. But what I'm saying is, those
disowned.
Yeah, exactly. Those movies have meant something for generations of people. And I don't know if it'll ever be captured that way again, but I really, really hope so. I really hope that they can bring that magic.
I'm gonna tell you, Jon Favreau did a good job with that Lucas. I'm telling you, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I share one too, because it was just perfect seeing Luke, and then you saw Din Djarin had to give up his son, because you got to think they've been through a lot together, all the way up to that episode. Then when he looked back at Gina Carano, Cara Dune, and she had tears in her eyes, that's what really broke me down, bro.
Yeah. That whole last scene was so beautifully executed.
Yeah, all that emotion in one scene, bro.
Better than anything we got in the sequels. That's better than any emotion we got in the sequels. I'm dropping Renegade's link in the chat one more time, please.
And I'm glad too, because Jon Favreau, when it comes to the Iron Man movies, absolute garbage. But I love Iron Man 1, but Iron Man 2 and 3, trash. So I'm glad with Star Wars, he know what the fans want.
A couple of things on that, Fatal J, though. And I think you have a point. But let me offer 2 thoughts. One of which, first of all, to my gracious host, Black Jedi, one of the words that you used on a stream the other night, I guess with the Dark Council, is what caught my attention and is why I DM'd you, is that you caught and you appreciate, and this is a word that is not often used nowadays, especially, and no offense to people of your generation, but it just jumped out at me, and that is to define the world of Star Wars that I have always done so in my videos as timeless. And that is the beauty of Star Wars, is that movies like that, movies like Star Wars, movies like, or the books or the stories rather of, things like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, they are timeless.
They are timeless.
They're precious. They're absolutely timeless.
And real quick, real fast, before you really go in.
Go ahead, Fatal.
Even at the opening scroll, whatever you call it, when they say in the galaxy far, far away, a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away, it's no definition or date. Right. So that right there in itself, so it's supposed to be timeless. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How can you put a date on a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away? That could have happened in the future. That could have happened in the present. That could have happened in the past. Star Wars is supposed to be timeless.
It is. And this is where the modern Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars politics of Kathleen Kennedy and their ilk have totally screwed it up, is that they view Star Wars as a vehicle to push 2020 and 2021 politics.
Yep.
This is why they have failed. In the words of Yoda, this is why you fail. Because they don't understand the nature of stories like this. They don't understand the timelessness of what this is supposed to be. Yep. And when they go in to pollute it with things like we have seen now, this is what destroys it. And it's a shame. Because things like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, they are greater than this. They are greater than any one individual. Be they black, be they white, be they male, be they female, be they this ethnicity or not. It doesn't matter. Star Wars is universal. The only politics that should be in there is the rebellion versus the empire, and that's it. This is what brings us all together. This is why we can have the conversations we have, and they keep screwing it up. And this is what drives me insane.
And that's the thing, too, is it always bothers me. You get people that say, well, you say there shouldn't be politics in Star Wars, but look, he got the Empire and the Rebellion. Those are, he based those off the Nazis. That's political. Like, no, it's not political. I think we all can agree. One, the Nazis were terrible, but here's the thing that's different from what George did and what Disney does. Disney takes the politics of 2020, 2021, and they, whatever is going on, whatever is popular in the news at the time, whatever, agenda they can push, and they put that into the Star Wars universe, and it just doesn't feel like it belongs. What George did is he took, a rebellion, an empire, and he just used things that we're kind of familiar with when it comes to Yahtzee Germany and, what they were trying to do. But he didn't take actual politics from his beliefs and what was going on at the time, and he's like, well, maybe I can put this in there and I'll put that in there, and no, that he just had that be a theme of this evil empire trying to take over, and that's the difference. And
it's pretty much universal concepts as well. Like you said, pretty much everyone can agree that Nazis are bad.
Unless you're a Nazi.
Right. But I'm sure there's a few people out there that don't agree with that statement, but pretty much
fairly
everyone
simple
agrees with that.
concept. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought you were going to say more, but yeah, that's disgusting in my opinion. Now, look, before I know we've been kind of going off. I do want to talk about very briefly Grogu and the Bad Batch, right? That is apparently, according to Kessel Run Transmissions, I don't know how many of you check them out. You should. They're awesome. But they are known to get, inside information. Yeah. A lot of times it checks out. They are reporting that Grogu will be in the Bad Batch, and we will see, I don't know if you heard about this, Justin, or if any of you have, we will see the Jedi who saved him. in Order
That-
66. Now, do
that's
you
the
all
plan,
what
bro.
do you think?
I know that's the plan. Grogu is there to spike up the show. He gonna be in Ahsoka. Then they're gonna pass him on to another show. Then they're gonna pass him on to another show because that's their big IP right now. Out of all the Star Wars stuff, Grogu is the highest selling. So they're gonna put him in this show. They're gonna put him. He gonna kind of be like a Samuel Jackson.
He be in everything.
Not a bad comparison. That's actually pretty good. Yeah.
You know, too, what I think already was the writing on the wall for this is that now, obviously, Ahsoka is Dave Filoni's baby. Literally, you could almost say. So that is why he directed her episode. But at the same time, that episode that he directed sets up Grogu to be in this Bad Batch show, which is what they're basically saying. With the background she gave, we're going to see in the Bad Batch. So that would make sense since Dave Filoni is doing this show. He knew in advance that he was going to put these two things together and kind of link them for the fans. Because I feel like it would be weird for us to get that backstory. And knowing Dave and John, they're the kind of people I feel like they're not going to Maz Kanata you. They're not going to be, that's a story for another time. They're going to bring everything full circle.
Never gets answered.
I don't know, because Dave Filoni, he's a lot of guilty with that sequel trilogy stuff too himself. So I don't know. I'm going to see how it play out. You know,
he has too much love for his own creation, and the Bad Batch is part of that Filoni verse. The only thing,
no. But I'm just saying, a lot of the stuff that we hate about the sequel trilogy, Dave Filoni was a part of that too. He was a part of that.
I mean, yeah, in the sense that, like, okay, Dave, come on in here on the story group and give us your input, but we'll never know how much of it was actually Dave saying,
we
hey,
do. Yes, we do. It's some pages out there. I forgot where it come from. But it got what Dave Filoni and Kathleen Kennedy was coming up with the sequel trilogy. It was Get at my boy Ryan. I was on the stream with Ryan Kennel. It's out there. A lot of that stuff with Ray being all superpowered and stuff. Dave Filoni had a lot of input on that.
That being said, though, I mean, if Dave Filoni did that, okay, let's all appreciate for a second that Dave Filoni does not have the same superpower status of Jon Favreau, and unfortunately for Dave Filoni, he's going to get told what to do if he wants to keep his job from a guy like, or from somebody like Kathleen Kennedy. I get that. That's possible, but I think Dave Filoni is still George Lucas's most preeminent protege, and I got to respect him for that. If something came out of Filoni to where it helped or it guided the sequel trilogy, I have to imagine because, he was trying to do the best he could, or he was backed into a corner. I give Dave Filoni a wide berth because Lucas, let me put it this way. George Lucas has much more faith and love for Dave Filoni, bar none, than Kathy Kennedy. And there's no debate on that issue. So, you may be right. I'm not trying to disrespect you, Fatal. You may be completely right. I'm just saying that he may have been in a corner in that position. It's totally possible. I had not heard the rumor, but just my thoughts.
Do we know how much? Yeah. Do we know how much like actual control creatively he had, or was it kind of just like have him come in there to sharpen edges, or was it like, no, these are my ideas. This is what we're doing. That's what I wonder.
I think Ryan did a video on it too. I didn't see the stream, but I made a shirt.
I was on the stream and Ryan did a video of it. It's out of some book or something.
Yeah.
You will be surprised what Dave Filoni did when it comes to the sequel. And I'm telling you, a lot of stuff that we didn't like, Dave Filoni was a part of it, and this is facts. So I'm iffy because I listen to people, they say Dave Filoni can do this, he's gonna bring it to the top. I don't know, man. Dave Filoni got me kind of iffy. Jon Favreau, I'm with him 1,000%. He know what the fans want, he know what we love, but I don't know, man.
But also remember how much retooling and reshooting there was during the sequel trilogy. We have no idea if Dave Filoni had input, which, look, I have no doubt. I'm sure he did. The guy's a freaking Star Wars genius. There's no reason that somebody wouldn't have tapped him at some point to come in and offer his input, especially Lucas. But here's the thing. We don't know. We do not know, and we may never know how much or what of Dave Filoni's input was actually implemented in the sequel trilogy, or how much was not. It could have been Dave Filoni was there every day on set. George Lucas was there almost the entire filming of the sequel trilogy. He didn't even show up, or excuse me, for the Rise of Palpatine. He was there for almost the filming of that entire movie. Didn't even show up to the premiere. Why? Because Kennedy gave him the finger. And so it could have been the same thing for Filoni, is my only point. We don't know how much he put into it like Lucas did, and then just got at the end, and nothing came of it. So I don't want to throw Filoni under the bus too much.
Watch this. Jon Favreau had nothing to do with the sequel trilogies. So I feel great about him, but I'm telling you for facts, Dave Filoni had input when it came to the sequel trilogy. So anybody whoever played a role with that sequel trilogy, I don't trust them. Period. Point blank.
Let me. But Filoni is under a tighter contract. Filoni is under a tighter contract than Favreau when it comes to Lucasfilm. So if Kathleen Kennedy grabs Filoni by the neck and drags him over there and says, "You're going to do X, Y, Z," he doesn't have much of a choice. Favreau, on the other hand, has far more political capital than Dave Filoni does. And God bless Filoni, but it's a different universe. That's all I'm trying to say, Jay, is that Filoni was probably dragged in. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Get to this super chat really quick. Felix Quiros, I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. He says, "Great job, Valiant Renegade. Echo Base Network is proud of you. You are a real Star Wars fan." Thank you. I try, guys. For the $4.99.
Thank you, Felix.
God bless. Obviously, they're filling you, Renegade. Get over there and subscribe to his channel. I'm going to drop it into the chat in just a few seconds here. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to know what the chat thinks. How are you guys feeling about Dave Filoni? Drop some ones in the chat if you think that he's great. You're looking, you think he's awesome. You enjoyed Rebels, Clone Wars, all that good stuff. If not, drop some zeros. Let's see some zeros if you think Filoni's not the best.
Absolutely.
So like Valiant said, yeah, Dave Filoni might be under a tighter contract. I also just get the vibe from Filoni that he's not really the guy to stand up to someone like Kathleen Kennedy, and Jon Favreau just seems like the type of guy that wouldn't take her shit as much. Obviously, she's his boss, so he has to a certain extent. I mean, maybe he's not anymore. I don't know. If the rumors are true, he's not. But before, she's their boss. Dave Filoni strikes me as the kind of guy that's like, he's just going to be like, okay, Kathleen. And then Jon Favreau's going to be like, no, like this is just too much. You can't put all this stuff into my universe. That's the vibe I get from the two.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is I am excited for the Bad Batch.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Grogu.
I wasn't excited before. Well, that's really all I wanted to say about him being in there, is that it's being leaked by, Kessel Run Transmissions that he is indeed going to be there. Now, we don't know for sure. I mean, the leak could not be correct, but they have been right before, right?
Yeah, they've been right on a lot of stuff, and especially about the Bad Batch. It seems like they must have an inside guy for that's like working on the Bad Batch, because they've been right on.
Who y'all talking about?
Kessel Run Transmissions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about, like, I'm not like co-signing them and saying that they're good people. I don't know them, but I'm just saying they've been right on a lot of stuff about the Bad Batch. They were the ones that also reported the Rebel sequel was a thing in the first place.
Right.
They might have been the one that said that the Bad Batch was coming as well. I think.
Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff right. I want to know not only the panel.
Read the book, the art of the Rise of Skywalker. That's where all that Dave Filoni stuff came from.
Now, I also
I'll check it out.
I want to know from the chat and as well from the panel. If now 1% obviously being like, not gonna fly, to 100%, where are you at on Grogu being in the Bad Batch, Justin? Anywhere from 1 to 100%, where are you feeling it?
I feel like if they don't do it in Bad Batch, then it's probably not going to happen, because it kind of has to be animated at this point. I mean, maybe in Kenobi, but in a flashback, that's the only other. I think that's an extreme long shot.
Yeah,
I would say, I don't know, maybe 60%. Just because, well, I'll say 70, because Grogu being in a show, especially a show with low interest to the general public like the Bad Batch, like, let's be real, the general public isn't super hyped for the Bad Batch. We are, or I don't want to speak for everyone, but I'm pretty excited because it's another Star Wars show. But you got to leave, Renegade?
I think Renegade's got to get out of here.
No. I was just saying, yes, I agree.
that
I
in
was
the
talking about
background?
that
Okay,
match.
I thought it was a piece of.
No.
Boys.
Well,
I was
think
just
that
saying, I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm like, yeah, I'm good for it. I want to see the bad match.
oh, I thought you had to get out of here.
So I heard somebody
Yeah.
say, "Hurry up and get off that YouTube stuff." I heard that. Who was that?
Oh,
They
I don't
just
know.
want
It
you
might
to
have been
leave,
my-
Jay.
And now, it's quite possible that it's in my house if that's what you heard. Let me say, well, let me ask you, Jay. Let me ask you before I go to the chat. What do you think? 0 to 100%. Where you at on Grogu and the Bad Batch?
I'm not watching the Bad Batch. I'm not interested
Oof.
in that. It's going to absolutely suck and be hot garbage trash. I'm not
Oh.
interested in Bad Batch. I didn't
Whoa.
even like. Okay, you got me blown up. I don't even like Clone Wars TV show, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm spitting, but. One of the main reasons why I don't like the Clone Wars is because Anakin Skywalker looked like Chucky from Child's Play. He looked like Chucky. The Clone Wars is ugly. They all look ugly. Now, I will say this, though. I will say this. Now, when you watch Gennady Tartakovsky, Clone Wars, that looks good, and that was a flawless victory. But I never did like the Clone Wars. It's ugly and it sucks. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you said it. I heard that. All right, look.
So y'all gonna act like Anakin Skywalker on Clone Wars don't look like Chucky from
He
Child's
does
Play.
a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of does a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. I don't mean to be rude. Black Jedi, Justin is lost. Fatal J, I appreciate you gentlemen and you fine gentlemen so much for having me on tonight. I've got to bail for a couple of minutes. Doomcock is hitting me up. I've got to head over to his show for a minute. I just
man, have a good
I
time,
can't-
man.
I cannot stress enough how grateful I am, ABJ, for you having me on here. I'm honored. I'm humbled. Again, as a newer YouTuber, it means a lot to us smaller guys. And Fatal J, after those remarks, I will say this. If you're tired of having Drunk on as your fucking token white guy, you can hit me up on the Dark Council. I'll
You
come
can
on.
always come. Justin
I
is
will-
always invited too.
I will be your token white guy.
We don't
on that
always had a
show.
token. We have always had multiple white guys on the show.
Oh, I
It
know,
has-
but all right. I'll leave y'all with this. Crackers unite, honkies forever, and
God.
you
Oh, we gotta blow him up on this.
Jesus Christ.
Did he just say that on stream?
yes, yes. I'm sorry. I grew up, and I will say this the last thing before I go. I was a huge Sanford and Son fan growing up, a huge Jeffersons fan. They were on reruns every night as I was growing up. I grew up with Archie Bunker, George Jefferson. I grew up with Fred Sanford Lamont. I grew up with all these guys. So all the honky cracker stuff jokes, this is embedded in me as a kid. So we can all pal around with the best of us. So anyway, gentlemen, thank you so much for having me on. God bless the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe to all these fine gentlemen, and I thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you for being here.
it was
Let me
awesome,
just
bro.
say we will clip that, and tomorrow's video, Valiant Renegade exposed.
That's right. Honky Cracker Valiant Renegade. Come
Oh
check
my
us out. We'll be fine.
He said
You-
it again.
But here's the thing: YouTube won't even ban this because I made white people jokes. If I had said black people jokes, I'd have been killed. But that's just it.
You're on a slippery slope. No,
It's your channel. I'm not on a slippery slope. You are. No.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Anyway, gentlemen, God bless. Take care.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, see you later, man.
Whoa, that
I'm
was
glad that guy is gone.
that was intense. No, he was awesome. Awesome to have him on the show. I want to go really quick. I missed some super chats. The Wake Down sends a $5 holla. Appreciate you. He says, "Hail ABJ, great channel and great content. Hope I didn't freak you out with my psychology long. Wait, what? Long
Psychotic.
message. Psychotically long message of fan film recommendations. You have to wake up pretty early in the morning to psych ABJ out. Okay. So no, you're great, man. Thank you for the suggestions. I'll definitely be checking some of those fan films out. Also shout out to Daryl, the derelict, who becomes a channel member. We appreciate you, and you know what that means. We gotta roll the boat.
I have never seen Boba Fett twerking and sea walking all in one.
You see it now.
That's a bad man.
Yeah, he's a bad man. Thank you though. Thank you for becoming a member.
Just as I see asking me.
Shout out to Revenge in Another Room for the $5 holla. He says, I trust Dave Filoni, and to be honest, I think Fatal J is being too cynical about
Okay, watch this there. Look at the book, The Art of Rise of Skywalker, and read what Dave Filoni said in this book. And I promise you, you will never look at Dave Filoni the same again. Y'all think Dave Filoni is the GOAT. Read what he said. He is the reason why y'all hate this movie. So y'all over here praising Dave Filoni. Read The Art of Skywalker and get back at your boy Fatal J and get on your knees and get on your knees and pay tribute for disrespecting.
I don't know about that part. I'm gonna leave that part out, but I will get that book. Also, just want to say the chat is all mixed up on this Grogu and the Bad Batch type thing. We got people saying 50%, some are saying 50-50. This guy's saying 35% that he's in it. Let's see. Machete Order says 100%. He's completely sure. He believes in the leaks. Engineer's Best Friend 65. Obese Bird 65. Just copying the other guy. So yeah, the chat seems very mixed up on this thing.
I thought it was very possible, but
because don't nobody want that.
Honestly, after what Jay said earlier in the stream about him like being the Nick Fury of Star Wars now, that made me think that it's actually, I would say, closer to 100%. Honestly, because like I said, like like Jay he's not even excited for the show. But if Grogu was in it, if people started posting screenshots on Twitter that Baby Yoda's in the show, people are gonna want to check it out. Like I know it's not gonna make Jay check it out. Like I'm saying, just normal like moms.
Yeah,
but bro, Grogu gonna look ugly on this too.
You don't like the way Grogu looks?
No, Grogu, he's a cute little guy. But I'm talking about when you put him in that Clone Wars look.
Oh, you don't
he
like
gonna look weird looking. Think about Yoda. Yoda is straight up ugly. But with the Clone Wars, he look even more jacked up. Am I lying or what?
Man, you got some people in chat, man.
I know y'all like Clone Wars, but Clone Wars is ugly to me. It looks ugly. And I can't watch ugly stuff.
I don't know. I don't mind the animation in the Clone Wars.
I thought the season 7 Clone Wars animation was like some of the best animation I've seen. I'm not gonna
watch Gennady Tokarski's Clone Wars.
I've seen it. I seen
you like it. You like it?
I like it. It's got the samurai, Samurai Jack.
Is that like it's like the
that.
original movie you're talking about?
Yeah. No, that's what came before Dave Filoni's Clone Wars.
He's talking about the Clone Wars 2003.
I'm talking about you ever see Samurai Jack? You ever see Samurai Jack?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's the same guy that did that in the same animation, the 2D animation. This one is 2D, not 3D. If you want to check it out, Justin, just look on YouTube and you can see every episode on there. They all free.
Yeah. It's on Disney Plus now too. They got it all on Disney Plus as well. Yeah, they just put it up there on Disney Plus about a week or two ago. Yeah, it just happened about a week or two ago. But yeah, go check that out. Also, one thing you should check out if you haven't is the merch store. Okay, we got all kinds of merch. I'm talking like all kinds, make you look fresh. May 4th is right around.
I got to get this one. You already know what I'm talking about.
Which one?
I need that one. You know the one? What am I doing?
Oh, the one with Yoda with the Glock.
Yeah, I need that one in my life, sir.
There you go. Hey, go to the store. It's available right now.
My boy said freak the force. I'm going straight hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it helps out the channel quite a bit. If any of you want to support the channel, that is actually right now the best way you can do it. And you get something out of it. You get to look fresh. Also, for channel members, there are discount codes coming. Hopefully, they'll be here by next week. So if you've been waiting on that, or if you've been wanting to buy merch or more merch, know if you're a member, you will be getting a percentage off. So you can look forward to that. Yeah. All right. Since I got myself May the 4th shirt, ABJ, but we'll get it. Wait, what? But will it get to me in time? I hope so. It should. We're on the 16th right now. It should get to you in time. It should. It should tell you exactly what your shipping is. You should have gotten an email. If not, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm really hoping Grogu shows up. I think it'll be cool. We already talked about Kathleen Kennedy being in or out at Lucasfilm a little bit. I want to talk about this before we go, because we're not going to spend too much longer here on stream. But I do want to talk about Jon Favreau, the new Lucasfilm president, or I mean, what? What are you guys thinking? There's a lot of rumors going around that are suggesting, and I think you even made a video on this, Justin.
Yeah.
Look at him. He made a video on
I
it.
feel like getting up right now, dude.
His diarrhea is acting up.
This is how I don't know. Even though it will be dope, it happens. But is Favreau gonna stick around with Star Wars that long? Because he is a director.
Yeah.
Maybe he want to hop around and do a Marvel movie too. You know, would that conflict with his presidential duties?
Well, yeah, like you don't think
would, yeah.
Like Kevin Feige can't be going around just making movies all the time. Like he's busy. He's a busy dude. It'd be the same thing with Jon Favreau. He wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I think he's a filmmaker, like at heart.
He's a filmmaker, bro. Yeah.
So for one, I would love to see him be the president. But like you just said, he wants to move on to other. I'm sure he wants to spend a couple more years in Star Wars and then move on to another challenge. He wants to conquer something else.
Maybe he don't want to do just Marvel and Star Wars. Maybe he want to do an opera movie or a samurai movie, or you know what I'm saying? Because that's how they are. Because they artists. We get mad at Robert Downey Jr. for not being Iron Man, but the dude wants to do other roles because that's his art.
Yeah,
you know, he don't want to get and you got to be careful too, because then you will just get stuck in that same thing. You know what I mean?
One thing I can say to combat this is just the fact that you know, like me, I like to write. Honestly, I haven't written in a while. I need to get back to it. But as someone who likes to write, I have to say, yes, I would love to tell my own stories. That's what I've, always tried to do with the stuff I've written. But the chance to work on Star Wars is something I would never turn down. And if the opportunity presented itself to not only work, but to work there for years and only work on Star Wars, I'd be perfectly fine with that. Now, Jon Favreau obviously is someone, he's not me. He actually does this. And after seeing him behind the scenes, just how giddy he is about Star Wars, like him and Dave Filoni talking, like, oh my goodness, like, he's like, maybe we should get him to say McClunky. Like, just you can see like the passion he has.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he does say, yeah, I'm here at Star Wars for the next 10 years of my life. I will devote to Star Wars. I think he loves it enough to do that.
But look at this though. Look at George Lucas, okay? George Lucas sold Star Wars, and then look what he did. He made a freaking airplane movie, an airplane war movie.
I never actually seen Red Tails,
Yeah.
Seen it. But yeah, you're right.
Also, you can tell Jon Favreau loves being on set for He loves creating Star Wars. If he's the president of Lucasfilm, he's not going to be creating Star Wars. And also, Lucasfilm isn't just Star Wars. Lucasfilm has a lot of properties.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, yes, you're right about that. But Kathleen Kennedy is on set for stuff. And also, I don't know, like, from what we heard about Kathleen is that she's very creatively involved. So
I got a feeling now.
Be involved.
I don't mean to cut you out, but I believe Dave Filoni, he gearing himself up to do a Star Wars live action movie.
Yeah.
I just got that strange feeling. I got that strange feeling with him.
I feel like personally, looking at all the evidence in front of us, what John was actually hired to do. Now, even if he doesn't become president, which I think there's still a good chance he will be, I think what he was actually hired to do was he took these people under his wing and showed them how to work this technology, how to do these things. And now he's passing the book off to them. Because think about all these directors they brought on for The Mandalorian and how he showed Dave how to do the live action. And now people like Deborah Chow, people like wow, man, I can't think of her name. She did Zero Dark 30, I think. I can't think of her name, but
never mind.
I can't think of her name, but her as well. She's got like red hair. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Talking about a Mandalorian director, Bryce
Yeah.
Dallas Howard.
Yes.
Yeah.
She, helping her, as well. And it looks like he's just setting it up so he has these directors because Deborah Chow went on to do Obi-Wan. So it's kind of like he's showing them the ropes. And now these are some directors he trusts with Star Wars properties that can go out and make great stuff.
Yeah.
This is just Fatal J right here. And my thoughts can be absolutely wrong, so don't take my word for it. This is just how I feel.
Oh, yeah. This is all about speculation.
I feel like the reason why Jon Favreau would never take a high position like that is because Iron Man 4 is going to be somewhere down the line. Now, it might not come this year. It might not come year after next. But y'all know Robert Downey Jr. is going to make a big return somehow, some way. 100%. And the only director they're going to want to do that is Jon Favreau because he started it all. Well, that's just how I feel.
At the end of the day, I don't know. I just think
that's just how I feel. And Fatal J could be absolutely wrong and dumb.
No, I mean, you're right. I mean, I could see that happening, but I also could see him not directing it. Or, I mean, they're both
now
owned
watch
by
this.
Disney. So
now watch this, Black Jedi. Is he able to be a president of a film company like Lucasfilm and direct a big movie like Iron Man 4?
Oh, I think
No
well, think about it. Kevin Feige might not be directing anything in Star Wars, but we know he's working.
He's producing, but also
so maybe he just produced
someone.
But producing could be like, hey man, get a Starbucks coffee instead of a gas station coffee, and then they put you on the thing as a producer.
Well, what's
you know
what
I'm
saying? Apparently, Feige is actually being involved though with Star Wars, just more than just his name. So, I mean, I think it's possible that John, he might not direct it, but I think he could be involved with it somehow still. I don't know, but you make good points.
I just think Kevin Feige is still a different realm because Kevin Feige is not the director. You know what I mean? Even though he's the man of Marvel, but still he's just like, okay, ABJ, I want you to go over here and direct Captain America. Justin, I want you to direct Iron Man. He's that guy.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it'd be possible for Jon Favreau to run Lucasfilm and potential Marvel movies that they want him to direct is like, okay, we don't want him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he would have to pick, I think.
I think that they should put him in full creative control over Star Wars, but not president of Lucas. I think that they should have someone in charge of each individual property inside of Lucasfilm instead of one president of Lucasfilm, and then maybe have a committee instead of a single president. Just have a committee at the top of Lucasfilm. We don't need one person to take all the blame. And plus, if you have a committee, people can call out the other people's bullshit on the committee. There's no one to call out Kathleen Kennedy. She's at the top by herself.
So it's treason then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get to these super chats that I missed. Shout out to Revenge of the Netherrealm for the $2 holla. He says, me, when Fatal opens his mouth about Clone Wars. You're making him sad over there, Jay. What are you doing making my supporters sad?
I told you guys, these are only my thoughts. This is not facts.
Look, Jay, but you're making him sad with your thoughts, man. He wants you to love it.
All you have to do is do a split screen between Anakin Skywalker and Chucky. That's all you have to do. And then it'll make you look a different type of way of Clone Wars.
Oh, my goodness. Shout out to the Machete Order, another member. He sends a $5 super chat. Appreciate you. He says, I got the Fire Kathleen Kennedy t-shirt. It's really cool, but I think the print should be bigger. Just saying. So let me ask you, Machete, when did you order that? Because about a week or two ago, I want to say 2 weeks ago now, I changed that around because I heard the same thing from other people. So I made it not just a little bigger, a lot bigger. So I apologize if you're not happy with the current size, but it has been changed. I did update that. But besides that, I hope you're enjoying your shirt, and I do apologize, man. I think, did I miss anything else? No, that was it. That's the only other super chat I missed. But yeah, guys, I mean, I'm hopeful that he becomes the president, but at the same time, I agree with everything you gentlemen are saying, and I want Favreau to be making Star Wars.
I think Favreau, this is what I think about Favreau. Favreau don't even have to be a freaking CEO or president or whatever. No. He's already changing the game with Mandalorian to the point I think Mandalorian is going to be the centerpiece of Star Wars, and they're going to have to work around that because the fans are gravitating so much to that Star Wars universe. The other one's going to have to get it together because didn't High Republic just cancel? Didn't they just cancel that? The High Republic?
That's what that's the rumor, but I don't think so, no.
But is the High Republic doing it good in sales and comic books and stuff? What is it doing?
I don't think it is. I haven't heard any actual real sales reports from Disney, and you probably never will. But I don't think it's doing too hot.
I think it's getting canceled. Maybe not like officially canceled, but I think they're going to slow down the production of them because even Star Wars Meg was talking about, and she doesn't really like, she just kind of talks about the news, like the actual content of Star Wars. Even she was kind of like, why are they rushing out these books so fast? And I think they were just trying to get all the rest of the books out that they had done. And they were just like, that's it. Like, that's what I personally think.
Yeah, because Reddit actually leaked a lot of what the second wave or whatever of High Republic stories is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it yet because I don't really care that much. And also, I don't know. I just feel like I haven't read everything from this first wave. I probably never will. I'm the kind of person I don't like seeing that.
You know why people don't like High Republic? Because it was just like vigilant, whatever, renegade. It was just like what Renegade was saying. It was just like what Renegade was saying. It was, man, y'all don't make me forget what I was talking about.
Oh my god!
But it was just like what Renegade was saying. It's not timeless. The High Republic, you can tell that is what has to do with now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The agendas with what's going on in 2020 and 2021. That's why people hate the High Republic. That's why people not gravitating to it. But when you watch stuff like The Mandalorian, they got it right. That's just all a universe with no SJW politics, no Black Lives Matter, no all that stupid stuff.
Yeah,
I liked what you were saying. I liked what you were saying earlier. I think I might have cut you off, but you were saying that you don't even think Jon Favreau needs to be the president or the head of anything. He just needs people to get out of his way. Like Kathleen Kennedy's just in his way.
Yeah.
Let him run.
Art can imitate life. You can bring that pain and make something so awesome, everybody has to bow down to it. Yeah. And then you don't even have to be a CEO or president for that. Just make great content. Man, like everybody was saying, we was in tears when we saw Luke. We were supposed to be crying like that on the sequel trilogies, but instead we was angry on what was going on.
Tears of anger.
Yeah. So I feel like if Favreau just keep doing what he's doing and he don't slip up and start doing the SJW stuff or none of that stuff and just bring the pain on future content, I'm telling you, everybody else in Lucasfilm gonna have to bow down, even Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, I agree. And like, folks, when we talk about that Lucasfilm Civil War, I made a video about that today. That's what I mean. I think that's what a lot of other people mean. Is we're not talking about they're in there like, how dare you, do this to me? This is what Star Wars should be. They're not in there like yelling and screaming and lightsaber battling. But what it is there's these two different sides that have visions of where Star Wars should be. And the High Republic is literally that personified. That is the SJW agenda pushed version of Star Wars. The stuff we got in the sequels, that is Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars. That is, SJW nonsense Star Wars. And that's what we're seeing.
I'm going to tell y'all this, though. Okay. Star Wars. The nail is already in the coffin for Star Wars. Now, Mandalorian made somebody get that little thing where you can get nails off. And somebody and Jon Favreau plucked those nails out. The coffin is still there. Now I'm telling you what could put the nail back in the coffin and throw dirt on top of the coffin. Is
Not
this
dirt.
this Kenobi show. I truly believe if they don't execute this right perfectly, people are done.
Oh, I'm done. I'm 100%. Because
I've been done. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying they're gonna get trashed so bad. People gonna start getting fired. Yeah,
Hey,
people gonna start getting fired, man.
Just
For
little
real.
side note. This is Fatal J on the day the Bad Batch launches.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Yo, but you folks are right. You're completely right. Like if they
I'm
don't,
telling you, man, they
don't get it
gonna
right, they're
have
in
to
trouble.
be. They gonna have to be. I'm talking about every episode gonna have to be a 10 out of 10, bro. That's getting too close to home
because you
with the
already
original
ruined
trilogy.
You can't
already-
mess those characters up. You
You
can't.
already ruined the original trilogy characters. If you go in and you ruin Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan and Hayden Christensen's Anakin or Vader, that's 2 generations. You're done at that point.
Well, not just that, but they're such huge characters. If you ruin, bro,
Man, you
Fans
don't
will
already
riot.
lose the main man of Star Wars. Then you gonna ruin the main villain of Star Wars, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
will be
and-
over, bro.
Obi-Wan and Anakin are my 2 favorite characters, and if they mess them up, I might cry.
I'm done. Like
I might
I
cry.
literally I can't make another Star Wars video if that's the case. Like Hayden Christensen's Anakin is
I'm
the
clipping
reason I
that.
love Star Wars. No, dude, like I will not be able to talk about Star Wars anymore, at least for a while. Like I'm dead
Yeah.
serious.
At least for a week. Yeah, I know. I feel you though. No, I completely
And
agree.
guess who influence and fingertips is on that show?
Ooh.
Miss KK.
You're probably right.
I'm saying she was the one that halted it before it was supposed to drop after Mandalorian when Disney Plus first started.
Yeah.
And she was the one that stopped it. Now, why did she stop it?
Well,
Was
I
it
heard it's
that-
because the script was bad.
The script was pretty bad. It got
The
leaked.
script
Well,
was
the script didn't get leaked, but the story got leaked, and it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so they went back to the drawing board. So maybe that's one thing she's done right. You know, I will say this: for much crap we give Kathleen, she was the person that realized that John and Dave need to get on the Mandalorian and work together. I'm not saying that she's like good at her job. I hate her, but at least it looks like maybe she made a good decision with that. And so I'm just hoping maybe she's realizing with these Disney Plus shows she cannot mess up. I'm hoping that. I don't know. Maybe she's being more careful with the Disney Plus shows going forward. But I don't know. I want to get to the super chat really quick. Brandon Mosley, he says for $19.99, making me feel so fine. He says, I agree. Kennedy just needs to stay out of the creative process and let the experts do their thing. Brandon spoken like a true wise man, a true wise Jedi. She needs to get out of the way, man.
Hey, shout out to Brandon, dude. He's all over the place supporting everybody. He's always in my streams. He's in Force of Light streams and
Nice.
ABJ streams.
Yeah, shout out to you, Brandon. I appreciate you, my guy. I see you, right? I see you. And I salute you. Yeah.
Order 66.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the stream. That's all the topics that I had. Thank you to my 2 guests for coming on tonight. Justin's always here, so I guess you're not really a guest. Thank you to you, Jay. Thank you also to the Vigilant. Thank you to Renegade for being here as well. I appreciate it.
Now I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna make you guys probably hate me and never invite me to the show again. You ready?
I'm ready for it.
Ready.
I don't like Funko Pops because they all look like each other.
Come on, man.
Well,
I feel personally attacked right now.
Are you saying that because you saw my Funko right here?
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then
what you did there?
Justin got some Funkos right there, right?
Yeah, I got a lot
Yeah,
of them.
I don't know what.
Why
to
do
say.
y'all like them? They all look like each other.
Look, this is when they say all black people look alike, and I like black
Hold
people. Well, no, look. So
Look at this little Vader, this Vader on Hoth one, dude. You can barely see it, but that thing is so cool to me.
now Look,
They
first
all
of
got
all-
the big gigantic head on the small body and the beady eye.
Yes, but dude, look, it's freaking Hulk. It's Gladiator Hulk, okay? Like, how can you not? You gotta show him some respect. You gotta put some respect on Gladiator Hulk's name. Now, I
got
get
Jay's
what you're
link.
saying, but I don't
It
don't
must be a
own
big
ton
one
of
too.
them.
Is that a
It's the
big
only
one?
yeah, it's one of the big ones. That's the only one I own.
Oh, okay.
So I don't collect them, but there are a few that I've seen. I'm like, yeah, I like those. But
And,
yeah, drop
and
Jay's
I
link in
always
the chat.
wondered this about Funko Pops. Are they like bobbleheads? They do this when you shake them. They do that.
They will.
Some
Yeah,
of
they
them
will
do.
bobble a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I always thought that was the new bobbleheads. You know.
I mean, I
think-
guess in a way, kind of is. They're super. I mean, they're making stupid tons of money. I do remember when I first saw them, I was like, "This is stupid." But
They
I
got some
guess
cool
I'm-
ones, dude.
well, that's what when they first came out and I saw them. I don't think they were doing. They didn't have any of her like the licenses really they have now. And I was like, this is dumb. But I guess I was dumb. Should have invested in Pop. Let me drop Jay's. That's Jay's link right there. Fatal J into his house. If you don't know, now you know. Go subscribe to him. He
And
does
you
a
better
lot of
hurry up
stuff.
and subscribe because I'm telling you, I'm fit to change topics. The only things that I'm about to be talking about is Pee Wee Herman.
What? Well,
Yeah.
let me let you describe your channel. I was going to subscribe your channel a little bit, but maybe I don't know what's going on over there.
I'm
What's
telling
going
you,
on?
all that stuff is getting deleted probably tomorrow. And for the next few weeks, few years, I'm going to speak about Pee Wee Herman and how he influenced my life. Pee Wee Herman is the greatest of all time.
Didn't Pee Wee Herman go to jail?
Yeah, he went to jail because he went to a movie theater and did something inappropriately.
You don't know if you should be speaking so highly of this man.
Man, look here. That man only did what we all would do in
What?
hard times.
What? Yo, I'm clipping that. All right, look,
I'm
on
telling
that
y'all,
note-
new content coming. Stick around. It's going to get fun. Pee Wee Herman for life. For life.
okay.
Pee Wee Herman.
Also, I know he does talk about other pop culture things like DC, so check him out. But Pee Wee Herman, that's great. One more time, dropping that link in the chat to the merch store. Check it out. Help a brother out.
Somebody said Pee Wee Herman a voice to a character in Rebels. I told you, Pee Wee Herman.
I think he might be. I think
He's everywhere.
I think he might be after he got redeemed. He got released from prison. But yeah, check out the merch store. Help a play out. Help me feed my dog. You know, I'd appreciate it. You know, I got a cat on my lap.
My merch or the dog dies.
No, I'm not saying all that.
You got a cat too, bro?
Yeah, you gotta, you gotta. If
I
you
got a
don't
cat,
buy
but-
merch, the cat don't eat.
I got a cat not by choice. Okay.
You don't like cats, Jay? I hate cats.
and because he freaked me out. Like I'll be up 2:00 in the morning watching a movie, and he'll be like 10 feet away from me, and he'll be looking at me like this. And then get what? It scares me so bad that I look at him like this, and then we both in a staring contest, and I always lose because he don't never blink. So I'm like, what is going on? 2:00 in the morning. Me and this cat is doing a face off.
What did he say?
I don't like cats, man. I don't like cats, man. They scary.
Yo, my God. All right, on that note, we will now be ending the stream. Thank you to everyone who came through. Thank you to everyone who sent a super chat. Thank you to all the new members. I'll see you next time on the other side.
Bye-bye.
In a world of pure imagination, welcome to me plus you. In a world of pure imagination, welcome to
You sound
me.
just like
If
him.
you'd like to look great, then buy some merch. There's no debate. Just buy some merch. Yeah, just buy some merch. Yeah, it really helps out me. Can't you see? Buy some merch. Do it, baby. Just buy some merch. Yeah, I know this song is really horrible, but just buy some merch.